What is going on, Descendants? I am Laser, and boy, are we excited to talk about The First Descendant. Boy, we've been waiting for news, information, anything that they could tell us about The First Descendant, and we finally got some news. We got information on the release date / release time period, which is good. So now we know what to expect, and we got some information on the cross beta and what type of numbers we saw, who played it, and also feedback and tweaks they're going to be doing to the game. So if you like how that sounds, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe for more First Descendant coverage. But let's dive right into it. So this is what happened, guys. A month ago, they said a lot of people sit through the closed open beta test, and nearly 2 million space travelers, aka Descendants, decided to join the galaxy. North America was particularly starstruck, and console users were super enthusiastic, just like a puppy in a park, showing an unexpected 50-50 split between PC and consoles. So that means it was actually divided half and half. Now, with all that amazing hype and all that amazing feedback, there are a couple feedbacks that got released regarding certain things in the game, which will be getting updated and fixed. The first thing was the missions, guys. They said that they heard everybody loud and clear, and they're going to be changing the missions and the way they're actually being played. They're going to be doing a little bit of fixing here because a lot of people felt that the missions were a little bit dry, and they also felt that the environment within the area was very empty, and so there were certain areas that you would move around in the First Descendant and there was really no one to fight with. So they're going to be redoing that, reworking the missions so they could feel a little bit more replayability, have a little bit more value, and they're also going to be fixing the surrounding areas so they don't feel so empty and vague. They're going to go ahead and be adding more ads to make it more in conjunction, that if you're playing with someone in co-op, it'll make perfect sense as you progress to these parts that they're not completely empty as you're playing. Another thing that they're talking about that they're going to be updating is the prologue / tutorial that they have. So this got changed from the first playthrough that was done, the first beta or alpha, whatever you want to call it. They went ahead and changed it this time around, and they introduced a new prologue to introduce you to the game. But still, people, based on the feedback they got, a lot of people didn't really like the prologue, the way it's being turned, because of the way the story is being told and how you have to replay that story part again to be able to progress the game. So a lot of people felt that that wasn't very good. So they're going to tweak it just a little bit. So the next time we go ahead and jump on the game, whether there's another beta, we don't know. But when the game releases, it'll probably be a different prologue and a different story mission, just to spice the story up just a little bit and keep the story on the edge and keep you on the edge of the seat. Now, another feedback they got was regarding the UI, the UX, and this is pretty much, whenever you're hovering through the map or the menu, just how easy it is for you to be able to get through it. Now, they are going to be tinkering with the controllers and visibility of just a little bit, just to make it a little bit smoother, just so you could do your alien dance moves just a little bit faster and more cool. Plus, they're going to do a shiny new feature called a Loadouts, which is going to be releasing during launch, which should be amazing, because one thing we did notice when we were playing The First Descendant is we noticed that the fact that there was no loadout option where you could select what loadouts you wanted to keep, what loadouts you didn't want to keep. So now they are going to be introducing a new system, which is going to allow you to do the loadouts. Now, one thing they're extremely proud of is the shooter aspect of the game and how the combat feels. Now, one thing that a lot of people did give feedback on was not so much the shooting aspect of it, but they gave feedback in regarding to the sound, on how it felt, that the sound was not kind of very fluid when it came to shooting your weapon. And they are going to be changing that around and making it a little bit more fluid and having more, more like oomph on the guns, right? Now, they did say that a lot of people enjoyed the different changes that they did to the grapple hook prior to the release of this beta, but the grapple hook is going to be getting another little improvement just to make more parkour moves a little bit better and be able to keep a keen eye on the tuning of the different sides, way you're able to approach the game and maneuver around the game. Another thing that they're going to be working on, guys, is the optimization. As you guys already know, that was one of the major issues when the beta got released, at least for the first day or two. There was a bit of hiccup when it came to the tuning of the, mostly on PC. I mean, they think there's a little bit of problems on console, but they are going to go ahead and fix this as much as they can. And they are going to be adding a security shield that is going to be set up for anti-cheating, to make sure that people are in there and they're playing the game the way it's meant to be played and not cheating, because we don't want no cheaters in the First Descendant. Now, guys, looking for forward plans as we move forward. I know you guys are hearing like, Laser, please tell us a date. Please tell us the release date. So, guys, the release date for the game is, as we had talked about before, it was either going to be this year or the following year. And their plan is, unfortunately, they cannot give us a specific date like set on stone. But what they did want to say is that they expect to release the game in 2024. So kind of like the idea we had, it was going to be like some sort of like February release. Now, I believe one of the big things that might tilt the release down here is probably going to be Elden Ring. Whenever Elden Ring decides to release, whenever we get an announcement, I don't think no one's going to want to release around that same month. So I'm pretty sure if Elden Ring does release in February, then I'm looking for like a March, April release for the First Descendant. That's what I'm looking at for right now. So that is the information we have. So we finally have a good release date next year, 2024. Now, one thing I do want to mention, guys, before I let you guys go, we are super duper honored because we actually made, guys, the video for the First Descendant. Super excited. So big shout out to the community. Also want to let you guys know, if you're looking for a controller to play the First Descendant in and you want to make sure someone gets it for you for Christmas, there's an amazing Xbox Elite 2 deal right now. $80 for an Xbox Elite controller. I did want to mention it for you guys, so you guys can definitely check it out. It's going to be linked in down below, so you guys can go to my TikTok store, click on that, and you will be able to get it right there for $80. It might be a little bit cheaper as we get closer to Black Friday, so make sure you guys check that out. And don't forget, for everything the First Descendant, guys, we're going to have you guys completely covered here on the channel. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.